welcome back to Speed Freak Garage, home of PowerSports on YouTube. So we have finally got in our 2 Spal fans and a Setrab 20 row extra wide oil cooler. So our theory here is that the top of the radiator will have the fans, and the combined rate of those 2 fans is 1400 CFM. So that is more than enough to keep the car cool at idle. And when you're driving, well, the fans don't do anything over 40 miles an hour. So at that point, once you start getting up to speed, the air pressure on your front bumper will force air through the oil cooler. So when you're not moving, the oil cooler will heat up to prevent your engine from getting too cold when you start it. And then the fans will keep the water cool. And then once you're driving, the airflow or air pressure will force its way through and keep the oil cooler and the radiator cool. So this is going to be an experiment, and we're going to have to very carefully and closely watch the vehicle's temperature gauge and immediately shut the vehicle off if it starts getting too hot, because we do not need another screwed up engine. You can also see my coworker did an amazing job on welding the bungs for me, and he completely eliminated the radiator neck, so we have much more clearance to the hood now. So today we are going to 3D scan the fan. The fans are identical, so we're going to scan one fan. We're going to attempt to scan the oil cooler. It's a very uniform shape, so it might not scan. And then we're going to attempt to scan the radiator, which is very reflective and very uniform, so also might not scan. Either way, we need to get measurements off of all of this so I can design and fabricate a fan shroud with minimal air restriction, but with enough strength to hold these 2 massive fans and this huge oil cooler. It has to be strong, but lightweight. It has to be thick, but not restrictive. So we got a lot of work ahead of us to get this fan shroud where we want it, but it'll probably be a frame-mounted fan shroud. It won't be mounted to the radiator at all. And we need to create a new bottom bracket for the radiator. So I'm gonna switch over to a screen recording program on my phone so you guys can follow along while I try and do the 3D scan. However, I'm gonna warn you now that trying to screen record and 3D scan on the phone's processor at the same time is gonna get a little choppy. So just bear with me, because if you wanna learn about 3D scanning and design engineering, then you're gonna have to stick along for the rest of the video. So let's switch over to the scanner. Okay, we have now switched over to the 3D scanner on the phone and the phone screen recorder. I don't know if this isn't even going to work. So we're going to go to settings. We are going to make sure we're in USB mode, because Wi-Fi mode is just dumb. Accuracy, we're going to start with a fast scan. I'll show you why in a sec. Scan mode, we're going to go dark because the fan is black. Texture, no color. There's no reason for color. Format, STL. Okay, now we're going to projects. Sorry, home, new scan. All right. It asks me that every time. I don't know why. It's a pain in the butt. Okay, so you can now see a video feed in the top left. You can see a scan feed in the bottom. Now it's picking up the floor. We can deal with this later. So what we're going to do is we're going to go, there's supposed to be a feature to remove that. Remove plane. Yep, so see, look, there's the plane. That's the floor. Remove plane. So it recognizes the floor and it cuts it out. Now what we need to do is we need to turn the scanner's light intensity way up. I technically don't really need to remove the floor, but man, it does not want to scan this. It just doesn't want to scan it. That's a problem. That's a big problem. I don't want to paint the fan white. What am I going to do? Because I can just measure it. You don't have to 3D scan it. You don't have to be all fancy. But at the same time, it would be nice to have a 3D scan. I don't think this is going to work. I can bust out the chalk spray, I guess. Let me do that and come back in a sec. Okay, so while we're waiting on the chalk spray to dry on the fan, I am testing out the oil cooler, and as you can see, the oil cooler is also not going to work. And I'm not going to chalk spray the oil cooler, so I'll just measure the bolt holes. In the top left here, you can see the video feed. I'll just measure these bolt holes, measure the pitch across to the bolt holes, and just do it manually, which I really didn't want to do, especially because if I bring anything inside to the house, the cats destroy it. So I'll probably have to get out a pen and paper and do all the measurements out here. Now the radiator, we might actually be able to get it to work. We need to go back out to settings, scan mode, feature. So feature, then back to home, new scan, and then yes, access. I don't know why it always asks me that. And then, so what we need to do is go to like, basically until you start seeing a little bit of red there in the bottom left. And so we're picking up the box the radiator's sitting on, and I'm not really getting a good result. Again, I think it's because the radiator is shiny, so the light is just reflecting all over the place. And really the measurements I need off the radiator aren't actually that, how would you say, critical. I just need to know from here to there. So the width I have to work with. So, excuse me. I'm not going to try and scan either of these, but I really do want to scan the fan. So we're not in dark mode right now, but if you come back over here, you can see even before the chalk spray is dry, we are getting a much, much better result. Much better. So as soon as that chalk spray is dry, it's going to be even better because it'll be a matte finish. And I mean, I didn't even look in the top left. I didn't even get very good of a spray on it. I need better chalk spray. But my concern there is the hole. The hole is nice and bright white, so we can scan that. Everything else is just kind of a general shape. But the diameter, see the diameter is a nice deep white. So we will come back when this is dry. Actually, here, let's just walk over to the car. I want to see if this will pick up the inside of the car, where we're going to have to go back to dark mode. Settings, mode, dark, home, new. Yes, I've told you yes. Okay. Ooh, look at that. We are picking up the inside of the car. Because I need a 3D model, not only like of this bracket down here, but everything inside of here. We need to redo the way the air is. I actually need to pull this. This has got to be pulled out before I do this. So I'm going to rip that out. I think we're going to get a pretty good scan on the inside of the car. Let me rip some of this stuff out and we'll come back in a sec. All right, so I would like to try and scan the front end of this vehicle now. I think it's going to be a little challenging because of all the different colors. So you want to start with fast scan. Scan mode, we're gonna try feature first. We might have to switch to dark. No texture. STL. Okay. Home, new scan. So the first thing we need to do, yes. I hate that. The first thing we need to do is crouch down here inside the car, but we need to kind of get the scanner calibrated. So right now it's not picking up anything, but we're also on, I'm going to crank this all the way up. Yeah, look at that. That's actually looking pretty nice. So, and I mean, yes, we're missing quite a bit of features, but this fast scan is the skeleton scan. So I'm going to go ahead and hit start, and the screen recorder might crash and burn, but we'll find out. So we're going to hit start. Okay, that's actually pretty good. So we are going to go ahead And slowly, oh, it's already struggling because there's not enough features to keep it in line here. All right, so we're gonna try and do our skeleton scan, and we're just gonna really carefully, and we're trying to go not too slow so we don't get too much data, but not too fast that it loses tracking and then we have to start over, because you want one continuous. No. No. Back. Trying to go back here. I think I ruined the scan. Yeah. See, it like flipped out about halfway through. Man, I almost had it. No. Can I go back further? Come on. Great. Restart. Okay. We're just going to have to do one side and then come back later and mirror it in CAD based on our own personal measurements. We're going to try and get deep into here, kind of get some pieces of the bumper. Okay. I'm just trying to get as much information as we can. And now we are going to come down. And we're going to go left carefully again to try and fill out some more information. Go back to the right, down, and then we're going into the bumper again. Oh, it really didn't like that. It's not getting enough light. Just trying to see what we can see. Kind of, it's just not happy with this. Just bad lighting, bad, not great. Okay, too bright now. Yeah, it's not having it. Coming down, getting some of the features here. Okay, now we want to get these bolts. Want to make sure we get a nice clear picture of them. Ooh, pause. Okay, so can kind of look at this in 3D. So you can see the shape of that triangular bumper. So like if I poke here, here, and here, there's the bumper. There's the front bumper. There's the gap. Here's a gap here. So we're kind of getting an understanding. So here's the front of the car. We're kind of getting an understanding of the shape and the way we're going to have to design these plates in order to direct airflow where it goes. Because you can see all these holes that air is escaping through that we need to go through the radiator, not through the holes. Excuse me. So I think that might be enough information, at least for now. I'll come back later. I might just have to primer it all. I mean, it needs to be repainted anyway, or just measure by hand. So we're going to hit stop, and then you want to hit fuse complete. And when it fuses, it goes back and it kind of cleans up the model a little bit. Sometimes you'll notice the model gets a lot nicer. Other times it gets really nasty and it ruins the whole thing. And the fusing can take a while. Hopefully 1,000 frames won't take too long, but we are screen recording, so the phone's processor is being, double used. So I'm just going to get myself out of the engine bay here and head back over to our fan, which is hopefully dry enough now that we can get a scan on it, so I can better explain to you why you want to do a skeleton scan and then a high detail scan. But yeah, it's not an exact science, that's for sure. Some of the fan is dry now, and some of it's still pretty moist. We might just have to roll with it and hope we get a decent result. Okay, fusion completed. So now you can see, look at that. It's a little cleaner. I'm just looking for any major errors. Like whatever that is out there, this here is obviously not this, and this shouldn't be there. The floor, it doesn't really like the floor. But look, this is actually really well detailed. Like, look, we've got our bolts, we've got these braces, we've got the frame, and then again, the bumper is pretty well represented. You can kind of see where the bumper interferes with airflow, but we can't remove it because it's there for a reason. And then here's the front of the car where the front part is. So that's not too bad. So we're going to go ahead and just leave that the way it is. I'll have to email it to myself later since they make it nearly impossible to just Wi-Fi transfer it to the editing computer. All right, so we're going to go back to home. Now we're going to go to settings. Double check. We're on fast scan. Scan mode, feature, no texture, STL. Okay, home, new scan. So we're going to come down here to our fan. Yes, you can access it. Wow. Stop asking. Okay. It immediately is trying to kind of find the fan. We're going to go... we want to see a little red, but not too much red. I would say like 5 is pretty good. And we can remove plane, but... I mean, I'll try remove plane. I've never tried it before. I'm skeptical about how that actually works. You can tell it's not happy with me. Excuse me. Okay. Well, we're going to give it a shot. We're going to start with our skeleton scan. So you can basically scan pretty fast because this object has a lot of features that aren't duplicate. Okay. Well, let me try a different method here. Okay. So we are going to just go around the outside of the fan. I have a turntable, but I don't want wet chalk all over the turntable that I spent so much time making nice and clean. Okay. Stop with that. I wish, like, as soon as it detected too few point clouds, it would like... Oh, it won't let me back up. Can I trust that scan? I think I can trust most of that. All right, we're just going to continue here. So now I got to get the other side of the fan. All right, continue, and it should be able to find where it was. If not, it'll... Yep, okay, so see, it snapped right back to where we were, which is good because now we can continue on. Again, if I had my turntable, this wouldn't be so hard. It is just... I don't know what the deal is today. Could be that remove plane feature is kind of screwing me. But, okay. So now the hard part is hitting stop without jerking it. Stop. Okay. So do you want to fuse point clouds? Yes. And hopefully with half as many frames, it won't take too long. But you can see we got our hole pattern. This one over here is kind of messed up. We can fix that later. I think there's some questionable pieces in here, but we will fix that in a sec. Yeah, I think this can be fixed up and usable here not too long. Okay, so see, it fused it and it removed a bunch of stuff that it did not like and thought was maybe not high confidence enough. But you can see here it's pretty badly messed up, and here it's just gone. So again, it really didn't like whatever we did over there. So now we're going to go back with a new scan. You don't want to use the same scan because you need to be able to clean it up in the computer later. Yes, you can access it. And what we want, and of course it goes back to, I wish it would auto adjust this. Ooh. It's almost saying it's too bright. We'll try that. Whoops, I made one mistake though. We need to go to high accuracy scan. New scan. Yes. Okay. This is going to change. 3. Okay. So now we are going to do a very careful, high accurate. Oh, whoop, that's way too much. 4 maybe. Okay. Go. We're going to do a very careful scan of just this spot. So we're going to kind of go to the right a little bit, and we're going to go up a little bit, and we're going to go down a little bit. Okay, stop, fuse. So this is a high accuracy scan, and our goal here is to make sure that this mounting hole and bracket fuse correctly. Okay, so we can look at this, and it looks like it got a piece of the floor there. Wait, I forgot to do remove plane, didn't I? Ah, no. Oh, no. I have to redo that one. I feel really smart. Wow. Wow, that was dumb. What did I have it on? 4? Yeah, okay. It doesn't seem too happy with 4. Do we want 5? Too bright? Picking up too much non-white? Okay, try that. Okay, so now it's kind of focusing only on what it can see as far as like the white chalk. I really need better spray. But like the real 3D scanning spray is expensive, so I've been trying to get a... Wow, this is getting on my nerves. Guess I made it too dark. I'm going back to 4. Okay. We are scanning. We're just kind of carefully going around. Okay, so that came out good enough that I can trust it for using CAD modeling, and I'll probably have the fan inside with me anyway to do backup measurements, which I really didn't want to have to do that, but that's generally yeah. I mean, it's a cheap scanner. So now we're going to go back, new scan. We're going to scan the next mounting hole. Okay, so the scanner crashed my phone. I had to completely restart my phone. All right, so what we want to do, and I'm going to have to go back into the menu and make sure it's the way I want it. So high accuracy, feature, no texture, STL, home, new. So now we're going to scan the other 3, the other 3 bolt holes. Remove plane, of course. Do like 3, I think. Did pretty good. So we just want, the only reason why we're doing this is we want good, clear detail on these mounting locations. We're gonna just carefully rotate around and like that. Stop. Okay, fuse. So hopefully it kind of cleans. This is kind of nasty. See if it cleans it up. Again, I really need better spray. Yeah, that cleaned her up pretty good. Okay. We're going to go back. We're going to go new scan. This will be the last high accuracy scan for the fan. Too bad we couldn't do the radiator oil cooler. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to jump the brightness way up here. And we are going to, we're facing straight down. You can see the floor is reflecting too much light. We're actually going to turn the brightness up a little more so we hopefully just don't even see the floor. We're going to go. Yeah, that's what I want. See a nice sharp image. And so we are going to carefully try and make our way around the fan. I'm confused why it's not scanning that nice white sharp edge, but we're just slowly doing a high accuracy scan around the diameter of the fan. Okay. And then, oh, stop. Fuse. This should come out pretty sweet. About to find out. And then once we go in the computer and clean it all up and fuse it together, it should look pretty awesome. I don't really want to even bother trying to do a high accuracy scan on the car because it's, again, really I just need to suck it up and measure everything by hand. But I worked all day today. I don't really feel like I just want to make an easy video today. All right, look at that. That's actually really awesome. That gives us a lot of very important information that we can use to hopefully shore up the 3D scan and get a better result. So we are now going to go inside to the gaming computer, so you'll hear my voice change when we go to a proper microphone and headset. Actually, it'd probably be a good idea to show you guys how to email yourself these projects, since Revo makes it so hard to get them off the phone. So projects. And this is everything we did. Uh-oh, this is extra days I forgot to delete, unless we did all this today, which is going to be a nightmare to send. You have to send each one individually. I haven't figured out how to get into the phone and find where these are hidden in the phone's memory. So for example, you go to your project, share, filename.zip, okay, and then it'll say, do you want to blah, email it or drive it or whatever. I'm not going to show you my emails, of course, but yeah, so that's it. So go to the project, hit share, make a zip file, and send it. And I have to do that for each and every one of these, which is just, well, some of these don't have. Did it keep all the ones that failed? Because only some of these have like the little blue. See how there's a blue symbol, meaning we fused the point cloud? This is the newest one, 1337, 1225, 1115, 1018, 933. Yeah, so just open it. Yeah, so that's a good one. Okay, good one. Okay, go to this one. This one won't even open. Go to that one, it opens. Interesting. Okay, so anything, and hopefully I don't delete anything important, anything without the little blue cloud we can delete. Make our life a lot easier. You might hear a cat meow here in a sec. She's been really needy lately. I think she needs to go back to the vet. Had an ear and eye infection. Makes me feel like a really bad cat owner, but she wasn't really showing any symptoms until it was bad. Okay, we're going to delete all the bad point clouds we didn't finish. I don't know why I'd even bothered to waste my phone memory with them. What is going on? Did I take that many bad point clouds? Or am I deleting ones I actually need? Oh, they're deleting. Okay. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 good point clouds. So, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So again, you just go to the dots, share, create a zip file, and then share it to yourself. And if I ever figure out how to get it off the phone direct, I will let you know because it's a hassle. Okay, so we are now on the desktop PC. We downloaded all our scans. There was actually 8 of them. So the problem is they download or they save or share as zip files. I don't know why. There's no reason for that. And there's a folder in a folder, and then there's this thing called fuse. That's all it is, fuse. It doesn't even give you an option to name it. It's not named based on the time and date. It's very poor execution and then there's Windows, doesn't let you unzip everything. So what I do is I just go in, I pull the fuse out, and then I paste it and I give it a number, and I do this for each one, and then I go in Revo Studio, check what it is, and then rename it again, like fan 1, fan 2, car 1, car 2. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'll come back because you guys don't need to watch me struggle with that. Okay, I lied. I'm going to take a little different strategy here. So we're going to go here, and we are going to import. You can see I was working on an engine model. We're going to go to our radiator. We're going to open fuse 1. Open. Okay, so this is the Porsche. You can see, well, we got a pretty decent model. Now, what it won't tell you is before you do anything, go to overlap detection. Overlap spacing small. You can go to advanced if you want, it doesn't matter. Preview. It's going to look for extra points. So basically it's like, hey, you held the camera on this spot too long and there's points on points on points. Too much data. There's too much data, basically, is what it's saying. So we are going to... Oh, where's there? So you preview, it shows up. Okay, delete. All right, so now we can file, export. No. Where's the save as? This software really has issues. Export as... Oh, what did I export it as? PLY. Okay, sorry. So export as car 1. So we're just gonna say, okay, this is the car. It's due. I always put an A behind it to show that it's been overlap detection removed. So car 1A, there's no overlaps. All right. Now we're gonna go import. Okay. Just go fuse 2. All right. So this is our nice detailed overlay of the fan. Overlap detection, preview. See, we got a little overlap, not much. Delete. Then export as fan 1A. Whoops. Fan 1A. Save. Okay. Now we're going to go to fuse 3. You can see is our look. You can actually see, this is cool. You can actually see the texture of the chalk spray. That means I need better spray. You can see the chalk texture. Oh no. Okay, all right, sorry. Overlap detection, preview. Okay, delete. Export. Fan 2A. Save. Okay. Studio. I'm gonna go to let's see, 1, 2, 3. It's gonna start getting confusing. 4. So look at that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You can see the little zip tie, and there's a cat trying to eat my chair. What is it? Oh, she dropped her ball. She likes to play fetch. It's a weird cat. Go! Good girl. Okay. Overlap detection, preview. Delete. Export fan 3A. Save. Okay. And I should be notating these as high res or skeleton, but whatever. Import. Okay. So car, fan. Open. Now this one might be useless. It might be completely useless. Even the hole isn't in good shape, but we're gonna try anyway. So preview, overlap, delete, export, fan 4A. This one. Ooh. Overlap, preview, delete, export 5A. Save. Okay, import. Another one. Overlap, preview, delete. Yeah, I wish that overlap detection that they made very clear in the tutorials that you have to do that before you try combining models, but they don't. They just act like everything's perfect, and I hate that. I want honesty in products. Honesty will get you more sales, not stupidity. Okay. Import. Ah, okay. This one. Which one was this that I just... This was number 7? Okay, that's the one with the floor, so that's why we have an extra one. So I'm gonna just, I'm gonna import number 8 first. And then I'm gonna delete 7, it's worthless. Okay. And then I'm gonna have to rename 8 to 7, and re-import. Computer doesn't flip shit. Okay, so here's our skeleton scan that kind of gives us a decent skeleton. You can see this mistake here. See how there's 2 holes? I think that's repairable. I hope so, because if not, I have to do a whole new skeleton scan, and I don't want to do that. So we're going to overlap detect, preview. It's a lot of overlap. Delete, export, fan 7A. Okay, so now right here in fan 7A, we can start adding okay, sorry. So you go to alignment, add model. So we're going to go and do fan 1A, which is the top view. And now this is, they don't explain this at all, but what you want to do is you want to orient in your viewport both models as close as you can. Okay, and then align by features, apply. And if it doesn't work, it's going to tell you that you have too many points or too many overlaps, or hey, I don't know what I'm looking at. This might not actually work. It's taking a while. I wish they gave you a better way. Oh, I spoke too soon. I wish they kind of gave you a better way to control the merging. But if you guys look, that's actually not too bad. So now a very dumb decision. See, right here is a little off. And the wires are a little bit off here. Yeah. Anyway, a dumb decision would be to go, oh, this is awesome, and then add another and add another. You want to save it first, because you can't go back. So we're going to do fan 1B, save. Okay, now we're going to add. This is going to get confusing very fast, but we're going to go backwards. So 6A. Now 6A was this one. No, it wasn't. What? Did these send to me in the wrong order? Oh boy. Oh, it was the first one. Yeah, see? So what we want to do is, we're going to tell it, hey, this is this. I don't know if it's going to figure it out on its own. It's pretty vague. We'll try. And it did not. You can see it totally screwed it up. Undo. It's way off. It's way off. Like, not even close. Might have to go back and redo our scan. I thought... See, the thing is once you do your manual alignment, to kind of try and help it understand where it is in the world, that it would then go and auto-align based on your manual. Unless I'm just trying to... Well, that would be one issue. It's way...
There we go. This might not work at all. Oh wow. Still, something's still. Okay, way off. Okay, there we go. There, it's kind of blending now. That should be close enough. Now, if I hit apply, is it gonna auto find it, or is it just gonna... I don't know. Again, this software has... No, it didn't even try. Okay, point selection assist. Let's see what happens if I do that. Oh, that's only for... Okay. Cancel. Exit. Alright, I think we might kind of be stuck with this model, because I screwed up and I didn't zoom out away from the hole to help it align, so we'll try fan 5A. Oh yeah, that's not going to work either. Trial and error 4A. Nope. Really messed that up. 3A. 3A should be no problem, because it's got the wire, it's got the clip, it's got a whole blade. So we're going to spin her around, and this is the part that's missing in this model that I need. Actually, that means it might not work. Oh no. Oh no. This is bad. This is really bad. Oh wait, I forgot to remove overlaps in the new model. Nope, see, now I have two wires. I have a wire here and a wire here. Oh boy, hold on, let me check my overlaps in this new model. Not too bad. Delete. We're going to export, and we're just going to save over 1B, save, yes. Okay. So, I think we're stuck with this, which is bad, because I don't have this piece that I need. I mean, I can go on Spal's website, and they have, like, just the hole pattern, hole to hole, and I should be able to pull the diameter off of this, and this flat spot is very important. Wow, I really screwed that up. I need to go back out there and rescan it, but again, I can just bring the fan in here and measure it and do it that way. It's really not that big of a deal. I want to try to add... What was fan 1A? Oh, no, that's that one. What about fan 2A? Okay. Nope. That's this one. This one that got messed up, so I doubt it's going to be able to find it. I can try, see if we can unmess it up, or if it's just going to make it much, much worse. I wish you could, like, help it, you know, get it close, and that... Nah. Nah, that just doubled up a bunch of stuff. Cancel, exit. Disappointment. Very much disappointment. Yeah. Try one more time with 3A. Might just have to, like, manually do it. That is way off. No clue. You'd think it would at least do plane to plane, like it knows where the floor is, because it has a gyro when it's... This is terrible. This software is god awful. Like, the one thing I really don't like is it's moving in local XYZ coordinates. It's not even trying to understand the global coordinate system, which is the floor plane. Should be, we're actually getting close now, but see here, if I want to spin it, I've got to like spin it that way and then spin it back this way, and then now it's too far. Come on. That's not too bad. Kind of spinner. Ooh, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Kind of spin it in. This way. This way. Then back this way. See, now we've spun too far. And you can see how absurd this is just to try and get, you know, something I could have measured a long time ago by now. I could have gotten a measurement off of it instead. Way out in the Z. Try and spin that a little better. Kind of see why it has such a hard time picking up a decent pattern. This is tough. See right there. What am I? Oh, I'm kind of tweaked this way. It's actually it's tweaked this way. Down, back over. See, now we're close. Now we're very close. Very close. I need to spin it that way. Look at that. That's, again, I wish it would automatically recheck. So see here, you can kind of see where we've got an issue here that's not making sense. We need to go this way. Yep, there we go. It's kind of like falling into place now, so I would say that's about as good as we're gonna get, and we will just make sure to double check everything with a proper oh, that actually might be a little... Ah! No! No, no! 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 Oh, no! No! Why? Why? Wait, can I redo? No. It's gone. It's gone. Wonderful. Good job, engineer. This whole video is pointless. Why am I even making this video? Oh, that makes me so mad. Okay, note to self, just measure it. With a frickin' tape measure, it would have been faster and more accurate than... Save it just in case. Okay, and then so the last step is to export as an STL. What? They removed the STL option? Confusion import a PLY? OBJ? I'll save it as an OBJ, I think. What did I do for the engine? Aligned model, PLY. Okay, I guess Fusion can import a PLY. It's been a while. Okay, I'm pissed. Did not go well. We'll be back another day. This is pointless. I'm gonna go sometime this week and measure everything and come back and build the model in CAD that way, because this just, nope.
Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car, nothing can break me.